Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Seasons. Last episode, Data found his way into the Explorer's Crypt, dungeon number 7. Hopefully it doesn't become his crypt. There's a lot of interesting puzzles in this dungeon, a lot of backtracking, but I have confidence in Data. Nothing has stopped him yet. So, these Stalfos is really annoying because they jump around a lot. But you can paralyze them with the boomerang. I'm going to put on the green ring. I could use the red ring and that makes the mini bosses really easy. The source of the curse is hidden in darkness. So there's going to be these two rooms. When we step in, they're going to be light. Be gone before the fires go out or else. So they're basically timed rooms. And until we remove, defeat the ghost, the mini boss ghost that causes that curse, those rooms will be, like I said, on a timer. Gotta defeat these wizards. There we go. We get a key. Now to the right is the only way we could have gone in this curse room. There's a wall that we can break down on the left. I'm going to try to break it down. Because if I fail, it doesn't matter. Do the bomb too early. Because if you get caught in the curse room, it just sends you back to the beginning. And that's actually where we wanted to go. Because to the right here is the door to key. Or key door. And this will loop us around to that top section there. And we're going to run into a grave. And that's going to kind of be where the ghost who causes the curse in that room originates from. So I'm going to pull out our ember seeds. You see 2 torches. We have to light the 2 torches, and that'll summon the ghost from the grave. Trying to break my curse. Don't be silly. I won't let you. Actually, it turns out this is a brother and sister pair of ghosts, so this is the sister. We run into her first. Not bad. But it won't be such an easy go next time. We can always get more ember seeds there. But yeah, now this is no longer a timed room because the ghost has been defeated. We'll head over here and we'll grab the compass. Head down. It's easier to go, it's a little longer, but it's much safer to go from the right here because you don't have to avoid any of those spikes. There's a bunch of spikes hidden underneath those rollers. Yeah, they kind of trick you. I'm gonna go to this room first. Hit this button, it makes a trampoline appear, but we don't want to push the trampoline on that block with that tile. Actually, I'm gonna push it down too, and allows us to hit this button here. And that summons a key. The key falls on that tile. And we're good. Now, there's another key to the room on the right. I'm just going to show it off, but we can't reach it. It's in this chest here. It's going to appear when you step on this button, but we don't have anything to weigh that button down, so we're going to have to... Now this room, it's random which one of the almost is real, and it's just a statue. So you just run around, touch them all. I got lucky, it was right near the switch. But yeah, everyone except for one turns into an enemy. The one that doesn't turn into an enemy, you want to push that one onto the switch, opens the door, and we head on down. Now we have one key, and we can open the door to the south, but we have to go to the right, and there's another door that's locked to get to the mini boss. So it's basically a dead end. So first we have to head this way to get a second key. And unfortunately we're going to have to come back this way again later on. This dungeon has quite a bit of backtracking. These bats are really annoying. Try to eliminate as many as you can before you hop on this moving platform. These magnetic gloves pushes away. Now, it's not so difficult right now. There's a weird jump there. You can make that jump. We're going to have to get a certain item to make that jump. But what I'm saying not too difficult right now is the that bridge. If you take your time, so we have to get the almost statues on all of the green tiles. So you do the inside first, then go to the outside. So yeah, I use the Pegasus seeds there just to run across that really fast so the bridge doesn't collapse underneath me. Hold here until the platform gets underneath us. And now we have 2 keys so we can actually start making our way to the mini-boss, the other mini-boss, the brother. Now in the second room of the dungeon, or actually, second room of the dungeon, we saw there was a hole, 1 tile south and 1 tile west of the flame, the torch. Now it's a clue for this trampoline where we need to position it, and it sends up here. We can get the map and get beaten up by a Stalfos. Because I can't swing my sword yet, because I hit that red bubble. But luckily it's not like the original Legend of Zelda where the red bubble is a permanent loss of sword until you reach a fairy pond, hit a blue bubble, or drink a potion, or get a piece of the Triforce. So to light all these torches you need to have the Pegasus seeds, because they start going out. See that one's going out there? That gives a little bit of clue. So you hope to break my curse? I'm tougher than my sister. I will stop you. And that kind of gives us a clue of what he's going to kind of do when the brother and sister fight together. He's going to try to put torches out while the sister tries to attack you. Apparently those guys fight better in the darkness. Swim under these rolling logs. I wonder what's pushing those logs. And we're going to need a key there. We're going to do some backtracking to come here again. We'll use the magnetic gloves to pull these guys into the pit. In the Mermaid's Cave, Maverick had used scent seeds to pull enemies into a pit. But these guys, they're not attracted to the scent seeds, so you have to use the magnetic gloves to pull them across. I said we had to do that to get the orbs spinning, those magnetic orbs up top spinning. And there's a few ways you can go about this room. Kind of try to get up to the top there. That's what I'm trying to do. But if you kind of have good timing, you can just use the kind of magnetic gloves to kind of pull yourself around. So right there. Now normally you'd get up to the top and try to go around, hit that one in the upper left there from above. But if you're lucky, you can kind of jump, or skilled, I shouldn't have said not lucky, skilled. But you kind of gotta alternate the magnetism of the gloves to push or pull you to where you need to go. So first thing you want to do is you want to hit the blue trampoline, because that allows you to defeat those 2 Stalfoses, and that opens the door. Now we run into the red trampolines. Blue sends you up 1 floor. The red trampolines will send you up 2 floors. 1, 2. And then we'll jump back down to the floor below. And we'll be able to enter that door way to the north because we defeat those Stalfoses. And in here we're going to find the item of the dungeon, the Roc's Cape. So you know how Mario in Super Mario World use the cape to fly? Well, now we're going to get the Roc's Cape, which will not necessarily allow us to fly, but allow us to do a double jump. So when you jump, you press the button again while you're jumping, and you'll basically spread the cape open, and that'll allow you to jump a little further. So it's easy now to clear 3 tiles with the double jump. I think it's a little tricky getting used to, but use the Roc's Cape to get through that section there. But first we need a key. We're going to have to go back to that room where the floors, the bridge turned into tiles that attacked us. Because I showed there was a little jump off to the east side of the room. that we couldn't make with just the Rock's Feather, but now we have the Rock's Cape, and we'll be able to make that jump. So we need the magnetic gloves for down this area here. Now this platform goes way too fast, unfortunately. It stinks that you can't get off the stairs and run right down onto the platform. If you try to do that, you'll fall in, because it takes off right as you're trying to step on it. Luckily these bats are cooperative and didn't knock me off, but I still fell in the pit anyway. I'm going to use the Pegasus just to be safe here. But you don't necessarily need them, but it just gives an extra level of safety. Once you make these jumps, yoink, yoink, there we go. And now we have more of these annoying guys. You have to either push into the wall with the gloves or summon them towards you and hit them. Remember, when you get close to you, they will shoot fireballs at you. So they can be quite annoying. So that's, I guess, why I'm using the green ring. It gives me a little bit of extra defense. Having the red ring would really help you tear through this dungeon. That doubles your attack power. And if you're doing this on the second quest from a linked game, after Oracle of Ages, you're going to have the level 3 sword by then. You'll be doing a ton of damage. Yoink. So we take that trampoline up here. Now here goes that room that I said there was a key, but we couldn't get it because we had nothing to weigh down the block. Well, now we have the magnetic gloves to move this over. Push it over. Now pull it down. There we go. And we get a key. And we can go back to that one room where there was the key lock block. And where we needed the Rock's Cape. I'm just going to try to defeat a bunch of these armor statues, get some hearts. I'm a little low here. Push this guy down. Yeah, it's random which one it is, but once it's determined which one it is, it'll always be that one for the remainder of the dungeon. So just find whatever one is there in your game if you're following along. Down, get some more hearts here, then head south. Got that little tough room with the logs. I went through it pretty easy last time. If you had the Zoro's ring where you wouldn't have to come up for air when you're swimming, it's good to use here. Then you just swim under them and never have to worry about potentially resurfacing. And this one can be a little tricky. You open this, we'll just let all the floors come alive. If you have the Rock's ring, so the floors don't collapse beneath you, that's also good here because, as you can see, there's quite a bit of floors that will collapse underneath you. Yeah, jumping, not my skill. But okay, got it, finally. You can still do single jumps, just don't press the A button a second time, or whatever button your Rock's Cape is attached to. A tricky part. Oh, well, now I'm gonna. That's pretty tricky there, so I'm gonna try to live a little dangerously here. And if it works, it works. Spoiler, it works, but we can just jump there, land on it perfectly. There we go. There's another floor where the Rock's ring would come in handy, because we're gonna have to go down there and defeat those mold worms. Around. Nice and get the fairy. You could, if you want, stand at the top there from above and throw bombs down. That could potentially work. Or if you had the full hearts, like how I had initially, you could use sword beams to take them out. So use the rocks, the Pegasus seeds and the Rock's Cape to jump this tile, push this block. And now we're going to fight the brother and sister as a pair. And there's not too much more of the dungeon after this, but there's enough of the dungeon that I'm not going to be able to finish the dungeon. But the Rocks Cape allows us to open up a few more areas, so watch the brother who sister's taken out pretty easy because she's always charging you. The brother flies around to the different torches. He's trying to put them out. That's a good idea of where he's going to go, so we know he's going to always head to that one, the last one left. No, never, I'll come back to haunt you. No, you won't. We'll take your fairy, and then we'll take a shortcut back to the beginning of the dungeon. There's a few things that we can do outside the dungeon that will finish up the episode. Like I said, still a little too much of the dungeon left to finish in just the amount of time. I'll keep things under 20 minutes. So let's check. We got another ring. We can then go to the Tom rooms and check out the ring there. It's just Gasha's tree that we planted there. See if we get another ring there. And we only have one more Gasha seed left, so I want, like I said, I always want to try to plant them here, because that's the one that gave you the level 5 type rings. Hey, we got Maple again. Maybe she'll give us another ring. Yeah, Maple gives ranks 1 through 3. And of course, like I said, we're still missing a few 1 through 3 rings. There's so many of them. So, let's see. Nice, we get a ring and we end up right next to it. So there's no way she's gonna get it off us. Haha. Oh, I remember this. Sadly, we don't get as much luck here because we got a stinky fairy. Boo. Well, maybe our next tree will be better. Let's plant a tree. And then we'll go back to Horan Village. So that's the closest place to getting to level 7. And we can use this time to evaluate a whole bunch of those rings that we got. Got a few new rings. Let's check them out. Mr. Pashu. Let's praise these rings. Got 4 of them. The Octa ring, I already got that. The power ring, sword damage up, but damage taken also goes up. So I mean, those ones stack with, you know, the with your swords. So like if you get, you know, like a level 3 sword and then a level 3 power ring, you're doing basically like 9 times the damage of the regular sword. Spin attack, that's like 18. But the problem with those power rings over the red rings is while they allow you to do more damage, they also will lower your armor. So you kind of like become like a berserker, like in Final Fantasy, where you have much better offense, but it's at the cost of your defense. So I still prefer just the red ring, the blue ring, and the green ring, as opposed to those power rings. So we're gonna head here. Now normally we would make it summer to climb those vines to get to the level 7, but instead I'm going to change it to fall. Fall will allow me to pick those mushrooms up that were blocking that one piece of heart. And we can skip using the vines to climb up, because now with the Rocks Cape, that cave to the west of, to the east, I mean, of where the Gasha tree was, we can actually cross that pit with the cape. Cross the pit, push the blocks out of the way, and then we'll come out around that chimney. And since it's fall, we can pick those mushrooms coming up here. Let's take out the ghosts. There'll be only one more heart piece after that, since they already got the heart piece from Maple and the Gasha tree. There you go, a piece of heart. Only one more left to go. And we'll get rid of these mushrooms. And now we can head back into the Explorer's Crypt, where we'll finish it off in our next episode. Thanks for following along. Have a good day. Bye.